Hey guys, welcome to Zero Fidelity. My name's Sean, and today I'm going to open up Pandora's box not only to talk about a high-end audio cable, but a high-end USB cable from Australia. And before I begin, let's just get this out of the way. I know that there are plenty of you out there who feel like cables, especially high-end aftermarket cables, are BS, that it's all snake oil, that it's designed to separate a fool from their money, all those different things, right? And I actually don't have an issue with that perspective, but suffice to say, this video is probably not for you. So instead of watching this video and getting mad over sundry thing like cables, go watch a puppy video, go watch some kittens tumble around on the floor, or better yet, go watch a red panda video because those things are freaking cute. Anyways, suffice to say, if you don't believe in cables, this video definitely isn't for you. But if you do either believe in the differences cables can make and or you're curious to try it, keep watching. All you need to know is that reviewing cables is pretty tough. And I say that because whenever you talk about speakers or amplifiers, it's pretty easy to determine what kind of situations they will and will not work in. But with cables, usually it boils right down to a system by system match. The good news here is that what I've heard from the Curious USB cable is very much in line with what everyone else has heard so far. So that's good news. So with that said, let's talk about that cable. Okay, so before I talk about the cable, I first want to step you through what I did to evaluate that cable. And one of my longtime references for USB cables is the Belkin Gold cable. You can get this thing for around $6 to $7 off Amazon for a 6-foot pair. And honestly, if I had to be entirely honest, this little cable is more than what anyone is going to need. It's built very well, it's very flexible and easy to work with, and the sound is actually quite pleasant. It has a warm character to it. It doesn't have the smoothest top end in the world. It's probably not the most refined in the world, but for the price, I mean, come on, it's a bargain, really, when you think about it. So this is kind of the baseline. Whenever I deal with a high-end or so-called high-end audio cable, this is what I compare them to. If they can't beat this, then I don't even want to talk about it. So this is my baseline, and like I said, it's a great cable. It's warm sounding, a little unrefined, but otherwise a good cable that most people will probably be happy with. Now, one of the reference cables that I have at a much higher price is the AudioQuest Carbon. Now, I personally think this is probably one of AudioQuest's better products for the money. This cable retails for roughly, I think it's around $130 for a half-meter pair. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it is. And this cable is going to use silver-coated copper, and it sounds significantly better than the Belkin in almost every way. It's smoother, it's more extended, more airy, the bass is stronger, more dynamic. Everything about this cable is better, as it should be, for the significant step up in price. But when I compare this to the Belkin, it's one of those instances to where, man, if I could demonstrate this to people, at least on my system, I don't know how anybody could listen and then look at me with a straight face and say they do not hear a difference between cables. It's so night and day between how this sounds and how the Belkin sounds. Now, the big question is, how does the Curious cable stack up to these two? And is it worth the additional expense to go that route? And my answer is surprisingly yes. Now, this is, of course, a significantly more expensive cable. It retails for just north of $300 for a 0.5 meter pair. It has all solid silver conductors throughout of a specific metallurgy type. And I say that because there's, different forms of silver just as there's different types of gold. And right here we have what appears to be a separate cable, and what this does is this is basically just a thin little coax cable that handles the 5-volt power from the USB side here. So all in all, it is a simple, beautiful looking cable, but the big thing is, how does it sound? And to me, when I step up from the AudioQuest to this cable, I get a much more tonally accurate sound. The AudioQuest is great, but it sounds a little hi-fi to me. This does something that I like from every hi-fi component. or it doesn't matter if it's an amplifier or a pair of speakers. I value tone, and this nails tone. It also nails soundstage depth. So if you want to feel like you're listening to a performance and there's actually depth to the performers, like, okay, the violinist is right here, the so-and-so is right here, and so on and so forth, that there's actually depth to the soundstage, you're going to love this cable. It has a very slightly rich sound, not warm, but it does have a rich / lit from within presentation to it. And for me, the best compliment I can give is it elevated my listening experience to the point to where I don't want to go back to anything less. And, you know, I have to level with you guys. When I first received this cable, I honestly thought I was going to return it. I honestly thought that, yeah, it'd probably sound a little different from the AudioQuest Carbon. You know, maybe in some ways better, in some ways not. And I would probably have trouble justifying coming on camera and telling you guys to spend a couple $100 more on something that's so similar. But the truth is, no, it's the better cable in every single way. And in many respects, I would say is significantly better, especially in terms of tone and image depth. So here I am on camera saying, hey, if you're genuinely interested in trying out a cable like this, like let's say you're putting together a high-end PC system, you have a lot of money in the amp, you have a lot of money into speakers, and you want to make sure there's no real bottleneck, I would say this cable is perfect for you. The great news is that it comes with a trial period. It's a 30-day trial period, so if you don't like it, you can return it. And even though this is coming from Australia, it's only going to cost you, what, $7, $10 to ship it back? So it's a very low-risk trial. Overall, I think this is a fantastic cable. I know there's going to be a lot of people here that'll watch this video and will just cringe at the mere thought of a recommendation of a $300 USB cable. But you know what? What can I say? It does all the things that I personally find valuable to sound reproduction. And I think they did a great job with this design, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So with that being said, everybody, I think I'm done raving about it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace. Alright guys, one more thing. If this video looks really plain to you, all you gotta do is blame Ron over at New Record Day, because he's the one who put it on my head to film something basic like this. So Ron, if it sucks, it's your fault and you did this. Alright guys, peace.